Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My name is Chelsea. I create content about my lifestyle, motherhood, and cleaning and organizing. Today's video is going to be my essentials for newborn through 3 months. As a third-time mom, I've really narrowed it down and I want to show you guys what I use all the time and the things that I find to be very helpful, since I've kind of weeded out of a lot of the other things since I am a third-time mom. So let's show you what I got. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what I have back here first, and then I'll move everything back so you kind of see it as I go. First of all, we co-sleep. So in bed, this is what I have in bed. It's actually a travel bassinet by Boo, I think is what it is. I'll link all of everything I talk about in the description box below. But it's really nice. It actually collapses up like this. So you can actually buckle it and carry it like a backpack. This works out really nice in bed. Then he sleeps between my husband and I. And I find that for us is very comfortable. I know that everybody has their preferences about their kids sleeping either in a crib or co-sleeping or in their bed or in the bassinet by the bed or what have you, but this is just what I do. This works really well for my family. The next thing is the Boppy pillow. Really convenient for nursing and, you know, feeding and all of that kind of stuff. I do have a different cover for mine. They also make waterproof ones that you can put underneath the regular covers, which are really nice. I don't have a waterproof cover on mine, but I will link them below because I do think they're very convenient. I was kind of nursing in the beginning and I ended up moving to just exclusively pumping with this baby, and that has worked really well for our family and our routine. Then the next thing that I want to talk about is just my diaper bag. Now, I did do a previous video on what's in my diaper bag, which I can link down below for you guys, but I wanted to just show you guys again in this video since I'm using it all the time everywhere we go. Now this one is not actually a diaper bag specific, it's just a backpack that has laptop space, and it's just a larger backpack, so I use it all the time. So I did want to mention it in this video because I use it all the time. And then this is really cool. This actually swivels. This is like a little seat to be able to put him in. So the whole chair itself swivels. You can take this part out and it's got like a mesh lining in the bottom. And this is washable. This whole thing you can actually take off and wash. And it just comes up, Velcros in. This is the Nuna brand. So I'll link that below. I can't remember exactly what it's called right at the moment, but I will find it and I will link it below for you guys. But it's convenient because it's not motorized, but it does keep swiveling on its own for a while. So I found that convenient when the times when he does need the motion to be able to go to sleep. He sleeps in it all the time, and I think it's really comfortable for them at this stage of the game. He's reclined just enough. For that, I actually kind of have it in my kitchen. So that's the most convenient place for us to have it. I mean, it would be nice anywhere on the floor in your living room or in your kitchen, your bedroom, anywhere that you need a little bit of more space to be able to, somewhere to put him without putting him on the floor. It's nice. I do know that the cats do like to climb into it. I have 2 cats. So they like to climb into it, so you might want to put a pillow or something in it if you don't want your animals sitting in it. But this is really convenient. I use it every day, all the time. Okay, so I kind of moved things around a little bit so you guys can kind of now see what I'm going through for the next set of stuff. So I also have the muslin blankets. This one is quite a bit bigger one. This is only a fourth of it. But these I find, especially for Arizona, that's where we live, it gets obviously really hot in the summer, which is when I'm filming this video is kind of the end of our summer. So it gets really hot, but sometimes of course you have your AC on and things like that. So this is a nice blanket that's not too heavy in like the summertime, for instance, but it's a nice little extra added to in the wintertime if you have a blanket that, you know, maybe isn't quite warm enough, but it's thicker. The muslin blankets I really like for lots of different things. They're my go-to blankets, especially with this baby for, because it's the summertime. And I like them a lot. I carry them around with me, and I always have one with me with him, and I just like them a lot. I have 2 different kinds of burp cloths that I like. These big ones like this. They're convenient because they can go like all the way over your shoulder. You can like put them across your chest. I've used them to put under my chest when I'm nursing. These were really convenient to do that because they're big, they hold a lot. I put these, like, if I'm laying him down somewhere, I put it down and then I'll put him on top of it. So in case he spits up or whatever, it ends up on the burp cloth instead of on the blanket or the bed or wherever it was that I put him down. I really like these ones, but I also have these ones which I like as well. These are cotton, they're really nice material. They're a little bit stretchy, but these ones I like too because they're really lightweight, especially this time of year. Arizona is very hot, so the less stuff you can have on you, the better, especially with a little one. So I'll link both of those below because I use both of them all the time. Nail clippers is one of those things that it's a little thing, but you definitely have to trim them because they have those little razor sharp little nails. So I try to do that like every week. The baby ones, you don't have to get the baby ones, but I do find them convenient with this big part at the bottom because it's easier for you to hold to be able to kind of get where you want to go. So I do use these often. I still use them with my older kids. They're just more convenient to hold in dealing with their little hands and little fingers and stuff. That for me is a must. I do use Nookies. So this is the one that I'm using this time. This is the Jolly Pop brand of Nookie. And I'll get closer to the screen so you guys can see it. So, I mean, it's just a Nookie like, you know, like anything else. But I do like these because it has that cutout for their nose. And then this brand also comes with, or fits on these little animals. Now this animal brand is the Raz Buddy. See if I get it to focus on that. There we go. The Raz Buddy. They fit on that one really nicely and they are convenient, I feel like, to be able to put them, to use them to hold the Nookie in a little bit more if that is the case that that's what's needed. They have a bunch of different animals and a bunch of different brands that do the animals like this, but this is the brand that I like. This actually does come off so you can wash it. They go in the washing machine. You can wash them. You can take it off so you can wash the Nookie and everything too. So these I find very convenient. I have two of them. I have one of them in our bed all the time, and then I have one of them that I carry around the house with me with him. And then I'm not gonna like show you guys the clothes that I have because the clothes are just kind of gonna be a preference to what you like. Right now, he's just in like a t-shirt onesie because that is the most convenient thing, and he'll probably be in onesies till he's almost 12 months because I find that to be the most convenient at this age with the diapers and all that kind of stuff. And then their shirts never ride up in the car seat or anything like that, and it just seems to be more convenient. So I'm not really going to share that with you guys because clothes are going to be a personal preference and it depends on where you live and there's so many other factors to that, but obviously clothes. So then the other obvious would be diapers. I did cloth diaper a little bit with my first one, but for this one we are using just throwaway diaper. The brand that I'm using that I found when my first was getting to be a little bit older was the Baby Ganix. So I will link it below, but this is the size 1 because he's in size 1s now. He was 3 months on the first, so, or he's a size 2, excuse me. And so the Baby Ganix diapers are the ones that I buy now. They're the only ones that I buy. I'll use the other ones, but I find that the Baby Ganix hold up the most. I have less leaks in those than I have in most of the other diapers that I've used. And they are like, there's no chemicals or anything like that in them, and they have no scent. Like you have some of the other brands that you open up and then there's a scent to them. I don't really care for that very much. So I just like these ones. They haven't failed me through now my third kid, and I just really like them. So the Baby Ganix diapers are the diapers that I always would choose and go for. Having children and having a baby, sometimes you have accidents on the way out and when you're out and about and things like that. So this is a wet and dry bag. The inside here is for wet stuff. The outside pocket here is for dry stuff. So if you do have a blowout or a throw up or any number of things that can happen when you have children or babies, I always have one of these in my diaper bag, and they're just convenient for on the go. So it is something that I use often enough. So I did want to mention that. I mean, you can use them obviously as they get bigger. I still use them with my older kids. Definitely something I use with a newborn as we do have explosions and throw-ups and things like that. I did find this wipe case. This is the XOO brand. This is actually my favorite brand, but I had one and I bought another one when I had my third. And they're just really convenient. They have the weighted, they come in a couple different colors. This one's blue. I have a gray one also. I did want to talk about just briefly as far as wipes go. Now, of course, I take my wipes out and put them in here, but the wipe brand that I use is the 7th generation brand. It's fragrance free. And I just find that I like those the best. I've used lots of other different kinds. Some of them don't seem to hold up as well. Some of them don't seem to wipe everything off as well. And so the 7th generation brand of wipes is the wipes that I really like using. So I'll link those below also. And then of course you have a baby, so you're gonna have to change the baby somewhere. So this is the changing table that I have. Now the changing table was secondhand. So I had gotten it from a friend with my first. It's just a waterproof lining on the bottom. It's nothing special, but it does the job. It has these edges that are kind of curved up, so it sits like that. And then I just bought just a cover for it because it's more comfortable to be laying on this, this than the waterproof material of the changing pad. So it has the grippies on the bottom, on the back here, so it doesn't slide all over the table. It probably at one time had the buckles on the sides, but it doesn't have that anymore. I didn't have it when I got it. So changing table, it's not necessarily a must, but I do find it very convenient for me and the way that my house and everything is set up with the baby. That works out really well for us. This is one thing that I find totally indispensable, which is the Ergo Baby. This is he's just forward facing into my chest with it. So this I don't have it with me, but this one does come with a infant insert. So it's a little piece that attaches to the straps here, and then it's got a little ball that's about, I don't know, maybe about that big, and it sits at the bottom, and it makes it so the infants sit up a little bit more, so they're not like sitting like in your chest way down in the Ergo Baby. And so I really like this because I do baby wear, and so he's able to sit in this, and as he gets a little bit bigger, this piece comes up like this, and so it holds his head so his head doesn't flop around quite so much. Or if you're outside in the sun and things like that, it kind of holds that really nicely for you. And I do have another nookie attached to this one because it's convenient, and then I don't have to look for one when he's in the pack, because the animal ones are really hard to use with that. And then really, I was nursing in the beginning, and now I'm exclusively pumping. So I do still have bottles, and the Medela brand is the brand that I used. I used it with my first and my second, and I just like them a lot. They have like the travel covers, and then they have the other covers that you can put on without the nipple that you can travel with, so they don't leak all over the place. So this is the bottle brand that I have. This is the bottle brand that I like. And then the other thing, because I am exclusively pumping, I've used a couple different Medela brand pumps that I do like, but I wanted this time a hands-free one because I have 2 other children and I have other things that I have to do around the house and things like that. So I did end up getting their freestyle one, and it is still attached to a cord, but this is really easy to stick in your like waistband or like your pants pocket. It goes for, it can go up to 30 minutes. It turns off automatically at 30 minutes. It has your automatic 2-minute letdown in the beginning, which a lot of the Medela pumps do. And then the pieces, it just comes in 3 pieces. This piece, of course, goes on your breast. This is the silicone part that goes on the inside, which creates the suction. And then this goes right on top. So it sits like this in your bra. And it's pretty discreet, considering it's a freestyle one. I know some of the other ones are like way more obvious. It does have a little hole in the top for venting. So if you do bend over, this one is not recommended. But I have really very much enjoyed that pump this time around, with it being my 3rd, since I am exclusively pumping this time. And I've just really enjoyed that one, so I did want to share that with you guys. So the 3 other things that I want to talk about that I don't have them all here or in the room right now, but is my car seat. The car seat that I used is the Graco Click Connect. So I will put a picture of it up here. And then of course I'll link it down below. The one that I could have gotten it with the like jogger stroller attached, but I just got it as the Click Connect because that's what worked. And I like it because I actually used one like that for my first that did have the jogger stroller with it, but I don't use the jogger stroller anymore. Because I'm a stay-at-home mom now, I don't go out and, I don't want to say I don't go out and do things, but because he's this little and it's summertime and it's hot, it's not really fair for him to be sitting in the seat all the time and things like that. So I typically end up baby wearing him when we go somewhere. So of course I put him in a car seat to go there, but I don't have that with me, so I will definitely link it below though. But that's the seat that we use, and I really like that one for this stage. And then the other thing is a pack and play. The pack and play that I have has a changing table. It has a like bassinet that they can sit in, and it's got the piece that goes underneath that so nothing falls like into the pack and play. And then of course you can take those pieces out, but I will put up a picture of the one that I have here. And then of course I'll link it down below. And that's been really nice because the changing table that I have that I use this one in is in my bathroom, which is in the other room. So the pack and play is in my living room, and so the changing table is right there, the bassinet is right there. It's really convenient. I have a few different options of places that I can put him so he's not sitting in the same thing all the time to be able to go to sleep. And since he's not always in my room to be able to go to sleep, then the last thing that I use every single day, multiple times a day, is this collapsible stroller that I've had since actually I had my first. I will link it down below. It does recline about maybe 6 or 8 inches. It has a little canopy hood over the top of it. I'll put a picture of it here. The days that he wants the motion, that's really the thing to go in. And I do find that all of my kids at different stages, but under 1, there were times that they wanted their own space. It was nice to have the stroller as an option to be able to put him in or them in to be able to then go to sleep. And my house is big enough I can kind of walk him around the house to get him to go to sleep. I get my steps in, it works out. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I know this isn't my kind of typical cleaning video, but I have a new baby, so I have different content to be able to share with you guys. I know this isn't gonna be as interesting to everybody, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this kind of content or want to see more cleaning content, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. I've been seeing some steady growth over the last like 8 months, so that's really exciting. So thank you to everybody who's been watching, subscribing, tuning in, commenting, liking. All that is really appreciated. And some of the links down below are affiliate links, so that is another way to help me out. I do get a small commission from when you do click on one of my links and buy something, even if it's not the item that you clicked on. So it's of no extra cost to you. It's just a little extra kickback for me. That's it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.